Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, man. How you guys doing today? I am just hanging out inside because it is insanely rainy and wet and crappy out there. What up, Glenn? All right, let's go outside. We're gonna go on an adventure in the rain. Let me get this extender. We're going out the front. Going front yard today. Just get that extender on out there. All right, man. There's some activity out front with all the critters. All the ambos are moving about, doing their thing. Let's flip it. There we go. Good times. I trimmed down a lot out here, and it'll grow back though, no worries. Remove some rock. I haven't actually done anything there. Cool. All right. Let's see. What's doing? Got some radiated tortoises out here. This is what I wanted to see. I love watching these ambonensis do their thing. These guys explore on rainy days. Duck. Here's another one. Lots of ambos. Yeah, man, it's gonna be raining, I think, the next couple days. Whatever, I guess we need it. Oh, look at these guys. It's funny, man. These are kind of like an underrated tortoise, turtle rather. Little wet, little wet. You guys are chilling at Disney and you're still on with me? Yikes. That's cool. Who else is out there? Let's see. What up, Joey? Chuck, what's going on? Saw a gopher tortoise today, Glenn. That's rad, man. So, all right, here we go. We are hanging out here and basically doing our lives, man. So this is how it's going to go from now on. I'm pretty stoked. What's up, Connor? Long time, buddy. Good to see Connor out there. Connor's been over to the crib. Oh, we got this little, not really so little, is it? But we got the Oscars, we got the pink belly side neck. I like to also come out here and check my skimmer in case any young turtles get sucked into it. Happens from time to time. Nothing going on. We got a frog, didn't make it. Oh no. It looks like a tree frog. Yeah, Cuban tree frog, didn't make it, guys. Oh well, they're non-native, so I'm not really gonna get too bummed. Wanted to stop and move it, but it was headed towards the street. Yeah, Florida has, it's funny, man. I actually got in trouble years ago for moving one out of the road, but I got a scolding by a park ranger, but I did it anyway. What are you gonna do? The thing was in the middle of a very busy road, and sometimes the laws can hurt the animals, so it's kind of stoops. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna switch it so at least we have something cool to look at. There we go, that's a little bit better. So I can hang with you guys. Yeah, man, so, really cool stuff going on. Filmed a lot this weekend. We have a few things coming up, which I'm pumped about. We're going to California in November, Colombia in December. So that should be cool. Your son, man, it'll be all right, buddy. He'll be all right. Dad's a good man. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very fortunate, Joey, with these ponds, man. I love the pond guys, and Ed, the pond professor. I don't know if you guys have checked out his YouTube channel, but it's pretty good. Lots of in-depth information about ponds and other adventures. Yeah, I never see green anoles anymore, Glenn. We only see the brown anoles most of the time. But there are quite a lot of them. When I was a young kid coming down from New York, I'd always go catch them while I was at my grandfather's house, whatever hotel we were staying at. I was always outside looking for lizards because that's not a common sight in New York where I hail from. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Are nights in Jupiter? Yes, I see night anoles in Jupiter. Yep, brown anoles in Jupiter too. Brown anoles all the way up by you in Orlando. A lot of people will see the night anoles and not know what they are. So I get a lot of, on my residence page. Yeah, brown anole is a Cuban form of anole. And the night anoles, I want to say Cuban night anole. I know there's a Jamaican night anole too, but I don't know much about the difference between the two. So Yeah, we just we just wound up doing getting these reports from the neighbors on Facebook. So I always have to explain to them what they are. Some people kill them, other people don't know any different, so they leave them be. But they are non-native, so they are considered an animal that is out of place. So you're taught usually to kill them if you see them. I may or may not do that. What else happening here? I don't know. Let's see. Do you have any suggestions on safe fake succulent for me to use in my bearded dragon enclosure? I don't know about any fake succulents. I really don't have any advice on that. I like to use live plants when possible. I would say the spineless prickly pear that I have, which is kind of an oxymoron. It's actually called Opuntia. It's of the species Opuntia, genus Opuntia, spineless variety. Aloe vera is a succulent. You could try that. I know that's not harmful, so I'd look for that. Let me see who else here. Someone else. Michael Thornley was in Florida in 2014. Saw an animal for the first time. We traveled over the over Alligator Alley. Loved it. Got close, personal with black vultures. Michael, are you from Australia? I think you're from Oz. Rads are doing good. Let's see, Connor. Good man. Got a new male for the 2 rhino girls. Very good, Connor. Hey, Connor, I don't know if you're interested, but I got a nice blue iguana. I got a blue iguana male I'm looking to sell. So let me know if you're interested. What's up, Adrian? How you doing, Adrian? Really cool. Kind of a rainy day, so I was walking around out there. I'll do that again here in a moment after we chat. But it's raining, so the phone's getting wet. Yeah, I thought you were an Aussie, mate. Yeah, so that's cool. Seeing animals is like us going down to you and seeing land mullet and, beardies. It is always cool to see animals we see in captivity actually in the wild. So that's always fun as a reptile lover. But I was over there a few years back, and it was cool. Let's see, I didn't see this, Joey. I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, Atypical Girl? How you doing? Do I have any... Oh, yeah, okay, Joey. Yeah, he's 12 years old, so I'm very cautious. Yeah, you know what? To be perfectly honest, buddy, I am not too versed on bearded dragons, but I would imagine that anything that's harmful for iguanas is going to be harmful for them as well. I've never had any issues with any of my leopard tortoises with the aloe vera. It kind of tastes like crap. I've actually swallowed some because I had GERD, and that was supposed to be a holistic way. But, it tastes horrible, very sour. What are the goannas, Michael? I hear Steve. Oh, goannas. Yeah, goannas are actually monitor lizards. Len, that's their word for monitor lizard. And I believe, Michael, you'll tell me if I'm right, it's because the early Europeans thought that it was kind of corruption of the word iguana. So they call them goannas, I think. But they're monitors. They call the goannas monitors. Yeah, blue tongues in every backyard almost. That's amazing. And I know a lot of people would lose their mind to get some of those bloodlines from Australia. There you go. Yeah, mate. There you go. goannas, Lacey's, stuff like that. Yeah, Glenn. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, you got to download. There's an app you can download Australian slang. I learned a few things. Arvo, servo, Mackers. Those are all interesting slang words that I was privy to when I went to Australia. My friends were just schooling me. So then you download an Aussie slang app. It's kind of funny. So I had a good time. Love Australia. I want to get there as much as possible. It just happens to be pretty much as far away from me as I can go before I start coming back. Yeah, don't worry about Super Chat. We are actually, you guys are Patreon supporters. Don't sweat it. I appreciate your support on Patreon, so thank you. It seems like a lot of people were freaking out. I didn't realize how I wrote, what's a knife in Aussie? I don't know, man. What's that? Aussie, mozzies, and the causies. Yeah, mozzies, mosquitoes. I don't know what the causies are. School me. A lot of people, though, going back to what I was talking about, a lot of people thought that was my last YouTube or something. I think I had it written strange, and then Tom went back and cleaned up the title of the last live video, the last YouTube live video, but people were reading it as the last YouTube, comma, live. That's not right. Yeah, he took some grief when you announced the end of your lives on YouTube. What are you going to do, Chuck? Chuck, I got to be honest. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I don't... Aussies are swimming... Oh, Aussies are swimming costumes. All right, very good. Very good. Now I learned another slang word. I can impress my friend Peter Birch. And good old female for the Black Monitor Mountain Tour. Very cool. They freaked. Yeah, people freak a lot. So what I was going to say, honestly, I don't read a lot of the comments. And I learned that from Joe Rogan, man. I figure, when we do lives, you guys are the hardest of the hardcore fans. You'll probably have a more constructive criticism. But I don't want to, I don't want to get bogged down. I get so frustrated when I read some of the comments. Like, I did happen to see one from the Blue Iguana video, which was funny. There's always someone that's an expert, an expert saying, well, why didn't you use pillowcases to transfer those lizards? And I'm just like, dude, I'm not going to put lizards in a pillowcase for a 5-minute trip across the yard, man. It's just, that's making more work for me. It's easier just to grab the lizards and move them over, man. My Kamp Kenan Army video is going to be late since we were in Orlando. Dropbox was a nice idea. No worries, brother. Yes, Adrian, people they get emotional. People respond emotionally, and I'm talking about the masses. They respond emotionally quickly. And the one thing I've learned, I'll answer that in a second, Connor. The one thing that I've learned is the emotion, it kind of goes really, really, it burns like a flame really fast, and then, it went away. It's just like any of the outrage that happens lately. People get so mad, it's big for a week, and then it dies down, and people settle in. They don't like to change their routine. But yeah, I saw those last couple comments, guys. Yes, it's very funny. I would go crazy because I think I'm wired to try and respond, and it would take up too much of my time, and I just have too much to do. So I thought, Tom and I discussed it, doing the lives here. If these grow, so be it. If not, then we still have a really cool, intimate discussion. We're trying it out. I don't know. Tom wanted to put some of these videos, like the live videos that we're doing right now, this particular live. Tom was thinking of putting them on the Army channel, but I don't see how this particular video would make any sense because it's just basically me talking to you guys. So I would try and dissuade Tom from putting this one up. I don't think it's a good idea because it's too intimate. Plus, because it's raining, it's kind of a limited thing. I would like to try and get more formal and do, yeah, Michael, there are trolls everywhere. I don't let it get me down. So, I'm a grown man, but I don't need to read horse shit, And that goes for like positive comments too. You can start to believe your own hype, and it's nice, but it's just better to just continue on your path, Yeah, exactly, Glenn. I agree. Yeah, I know. A lot of those folks, though, I honestly appreciate all of them, But let's see, we got a quick couple of questions here I want to get to. In my opinion, Joey, do redfoots do better in a pair versus being alone, like 2 females or 2 males? That's interesting. We all know tortoises can survive solitarily. I personally like to keep groups because they exhibit more behaviors that are interesting and more natural. If we grew up alone, it would be pretty sad and we wouldn't be full human beings, right? So I feel the same way with tortoises. If you keep them in a group, that as long as you're keeping the population comfortable, I think that the animals do better. I think it's interesting. I wouldn't want to go through life alone, and I'm just anthropomorphizing that answer. But I do think it's good to kind of keep a small group of tortoises, or a pair, or something like that. But if you definitely don't want babies and don't want to breed, then keep 2 females or 2 males. Although sometimes redfoots can headbutt each other and stuff. Atypical girl, do my spineless prickly pear cactuses still have glow kids? It seems like they don't, since you seem to hold them effortlessly. Every once in a while, and that's a new word I just learned from you, glow kids. I call them little hairs, but that must be the technical term for those hairs. They do, sometimes they shed them, and, you know, it's a pain in the neck when the kids like Sophia and Leo touch them for the first times and get those in. The tears come for quite a long time. Matter of fact, just last week, Sophia fell into a cactus and had like 50 of them. She didn't even cry, so she's getting bigger, which is nice. It would make sense if you were teaching Aussie slang. Yeah, I hear you, bro. That's awesome. I do have redfoot tortoises. I believe my Russians prefer being in a group. I rarely see them alone. Yeah, you know, I think it's fun to finish up that question. I think it's nice. It's more interesting. You see more of their natural behaviors, which makes them more interesting critters, in my opinion. So there you go. Just watch for aggression with any population. Prickly pear is a noxious weed here in Australia. Maybe that's why we can't have tortoises, but we have some lovely freshwater turtles. You do. Pink belly side necks. You also have the Alcea complex, the genus Alcea. Really cool stuff. Longicalis. I love those. Very, very cool stuff. For my supervisor, he says hello from the shipping department. Myers Sound. Can we get a shout out? Yeah, there you go. What up, Myers Sound? How you guys doing? What's Myers Sound? What do you guys make? Very cool. Thanks for allowing her to join my live. Appreciate that. It's a nice little way I get to chat with folks that have been supporting me here on Patreon, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you guys. And we'll keep doing these lives. I'm going to do them every week, and we'll see if they grow. If not, no big deal. We just kind of hang out, man. I don't mind. Man, the rain's really coming down. And I have my second cousin stopping by here, so that's cool. All right, you guys make speakers. Very cool. Awesome stuff. So for the best speakers, go to Myers Sound. You'll hear what they're talking about. That was like my joke last week. Any new collabs? Yeah, Chuck. I'm actually going to meet up with Tyler Nolan on Wednesday. And Tyler is a venomous snake guy. He's got a YouTube channel, tattoo artist. So yeah, I'm going to meet up with him. I don't know if I'm going to be on his channel, if he'll be on mine. I haven't figured that out. So we're going to do that. Thank you very much, Michael. Tom appreciates that as well. Couldn't do it without Tom. I definitely don't want to be an editor. I don't have the patience for it, so it's nice that Tom cuts together all the footage and comes down and shoots with me as well. Yeah, he did. He just got some black monitors. I don't know if he got waters. He wants to come over and see Slinky, so maybe that's it. Maybe he got some water monitors, so I'll talk to him about some water monitors. But yeah, man, so I'm excited to meet him. It'll be the first time meeting him. He emailed me, and he's doing really well, so I'm happy for him. Yeah, new lizards. Thanks, Carl. I was trying to remember what you asked. So here's what's going on. I'm getting an adult pair of Cayman brack iguanas from Ty. He's gonna bequeath me an adult pair. Very kind of him. So I'll have Cyclura nubula caymanensis, which I'm really excited about. I just love the way their faces look. Really cool subspecies of the Cuban iguana. I love Cuban iguanas, as you know, with Guapo and Lola. So that would be cool. Trying to think any other collabs. We're going to go out to LA to do some collabs, but I think they're with more mainstream folks. I know I'll see Jay from Prehistoric Pets when I'm out there again. May check out, he doesn't know yet, but I have to email Always Evolving Pythons. Really nice guy I met last year. And so I want to get with him and see what he's all about. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited, man. And then what else? I wanted to show you, I can't show you yet, but I will in the future. Held a water monitor in Bali, huge but so docile. Yeah, you know, some of them really tame up nicely. Very intelligent lizards. I'm always going on about that. You guys have the Lacey's. Oh, you got a record eye? Connor got a record eye. Woo! Let me tell you about Connor, everybody. Connor, I met maybe 3 or 4 years ago now at a Repticon, and I sold radiated tortoises. This guy's serious about herps, man. Got some radiated tortoises off me, got some rhino iguanas, mountain tortoise. I mean, Connor has almost single-handedly kept the channel going. Thank you. But anyhow, yeah, man. Good for you, record eye. Beautiful lizards. Jealous, man. I don't get jealous, but I'm jealous. Good job, bro. Very cool. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you. I got this new lizard cage I'm building. Huge. It's gonna be a lizard aviary, or the lizardary. It's gonna be a large structure with 4 separate cages. They'll all be pretty large. I have a company called Knit Mesh, and they're giving me about 600 foot, no, 1,000 foot of this really. I'll show you. Stay right there. Let me show you what they're giving me. Hold on, guys. So I want to show you guys this so you know what I'm talking about. This is really cool stuff. All right, so look, this is a stainless steel mesh that this company makes, and they use it for aviaries and stuff, and they saw my videos. One of the folks that works there is a fan of the channel, and if you guys look, it is incredibly strong mesh, but it almost disappears. If you look, it kind of disappears. So it's stainless steel. They're giving me 1,000 foot roll, so it's like there'll be 10 rolls at about 100 foot and 6 foot tall. So it's nuts. This is my front yard, Glenn. There you go. Yeah, good old. Check out Connor, man. He's a good dude. He came and helped build Sophia's pond, but he does landscaping by trade, but I don't think he wants to build ponds. It looks flimsy-ish, yes, but here's what I'm gonna do. It is the strongest. It's so strong, I can't break through it. You cannot break through this stuff. So it gives, but what I'm gonna do is, if you're looking at the cage head on, I'm gonna build a border up from the ground, like the kick plate, like a kick plate that comes up maybe 24 inches. Then this up to the top of the cage, and then on the roof of the cage, and that's it. It's gonna be sandwiched so the lizards can't, stretch it apart. But I'm telling you, this is strong stainless steel. They even make a heavier duty one. I think this would hold back a gator. I'm deadly serious. This is incredibly strong. They use it on construction sites to keep like cement from falling down. No, it's not the same. This is something different. The McCarthy stuff was, I believe it's a vinyl net, which is still pretty strong. But hey, bottom line is they're supplying me with this. I looked at it, and I think it'll be good. There you go. You painted it black. Yeah, gotcha. Well, this stuff actually, I don't know. When you see it, look, you can't see it. So I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'm going for it. The price was right. You know what I'm saying? The price was right. So there you have it, man. That's what's new. That's what's going on here at Kamp Kenan. A little rain, been riding that new bike, I gotta tell you. Giant hooked me up. Beautiful Anthem cross-country bike. I don't want to bore you guys with it, but I love bikes and reptiles, man. Thank God. If I didn't have bikes or reptiles, I'd be in trouble. But yeah, man. Yeah, I could. A typical girl, yes. Now, is that atypical, as in you're atypical? Or is that a typical girl? I think it's a typical girl. You should test the video in a video rigorously, man. Try putting weights on it and stuff. Right, we're gonna do that. We are definitely gonna do that. That would be a good idea. I like it, Glenn. So yeah, we're gonna really see how much this stuff can hold. I mean, this is incredible. So I'm pretty pumped. Plus, if I'm setting it up off the ground, you follow, if there's a barrier, they're basically atypical. Now, is it a space typical girl, or is it atypical, like, bitch is atypical in a good way? And I didn't mean to say B-I-T-C-H. I was just being funny. I hope you're not offended. Don't be offended. Just playing here. Yeah. Wait, Glenn, you said something. What did you say, mate? Good demonstration might help them sell it more. Yeah, I know Ty likes it and is going to be talking to him. But that's what I'll do. So it's a big experiment, and I'm excited about it. Because the wire is always the most expensive part of my cages. And the lumber and the cement and the decorating. But I got to get to work on that in the next month. So I have it all drawn out. So it's pretty big. So I think you guys will dig that. We'll, of course, do a big video. And so the bracts are going to go in there, the adult bracts, my 2 pair of rhinos, and the blues. So there you go. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about that too, Glenn, about them getting caught in it. But no, this is going to be pulled tight, and that's what, it's up off the ground. These lizards, they're not going to want to climb too high. That's not something that they want to do. So by putting it up off the ground, this is knit mesh. Knit mesh. I'll have all that info for you, bud. But anyway, it's going to be up off the ground. So there's no reason for a lizard to actually climb up and get to it. There'll be no leverage for it to really get caught in it because they'll be up off the ground. So hey folks, check it out. My cousin just got here. I'm going to cut the video and say thank you for joining me. I'll be back again next Monday at 4. And that's it, man. I really appreciate you guys helping me out on Patreon. Thanks for joining me. And Fred's good. More videos with Fred coming up, don't you worry. And I'll chat with you guys again real soon. But I haven't seen this guy in a couple of years. So he probably thinks I'm a little nuts talking to my phone, but I think he knows what I'm up to. What up, Rye? All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon, okay? See you later. Typical Girl, Chuck, Mike, Connor. So long, guys. See yous.